Hello everyone, and welcome to the virtual training course on quality control and inspection. In today's session, we'll be covering Lesson 6, Common Defects and How to Prevent Them. This lesson is especially important because defects directly impact quality, cost, and customer satisfaction. By the end of this session, you'll have a clear understanding of why this lesson is important. The categories of defects. The most common fabric, stitching, and finishing defects. The difference between major and minor defects. The root causes of defects. How to prevent them using factory best practices. And finally, the role of preventive maintenance in ensuring quality. So, we'll be covering a lot, but everything is practical and useful for daily operations. Now, why is this lesson so important? Defects affect customer satisfaction, brand reputation, and even profit margins. A single defect that reaches the customer can damage trust in the brand. If we detect and prevent defects early, we save time, avoid costly rework, and prevent shipment delays. And, by knowing the common defect types, inspectors and supervisors can be more accurate and more effective in process control. Categories of defects. Defects can be grouped into three main categories. First, fabric defects, which come from the materials. Second, construction or stitching defects, which occur during sewing. And third, finishing and appearance defects, which happen at the end stages of production. Understanding these categories makes it easier to identify, prevent, and control issues. Common fabric defects. Some common ones are slubs, which are uneven thread thickness, knots or broken yarns that create weak points, color shade variations between batches, stains or dirt from oil, grease, or ink, and holes or snags from damage during handling. To prevent these, inspect fabric rolls using the 4-point system. Always store fabrics in clean, dry areas. Monitor dyeing consistency and lot numbers. And make sure proper fabric tension is applied during cutting. Stitching or construction defects. These include open seams where stitching isn't secured, skipped stitches that leave gaps, puckering caused by incorrect tension, broken or missing stitches, and sometimes even the wrong stitch type. To prevent these, use the correct needle size and thread. Maintain machines regularly. Check machine tension settings carefully. Conduct inline inspections at critical points. And ensure sewing operators are well trained in quality standards. Finishing and appearance defects. Finishing is the last stage, but it's just as important. Common appearance defects include stains or awl marks, wrong or missing labels, untrimmed threads, shiny marks from ironing, and incorrect folding or packing. Prevention here means keeping hands and gloves clean during final inspection, checking trims and accessories during packing, using pressing equipment correctly, following packing checklists, and verifying barcodes and size labels before the final pack. Major versus minor defects. Defects are usually classified as either major or minor. A major defect affects the product's function or appearance, and customers will reject it. For example, an open seam on the front panel. A minor defect is a small imperfection that doesn't affect the product's usability, like a loose thread on the inside seam. The key point here is, always follow the buyer's defect classification guide to make the right call. Root causes of defects. Now, let's talk about the root causes. Most defects can be traced back to poor raw material quality, insufficient worker training, machine malfunctions, weak supervision, or the lack of proper standard operating procedures. To really understand the root cause, use tools like the fishbone diagram or the 5 whys technique. These help us dig deeper rather than just treating the surface problem. How to prevent defects? Factory best practices. Some proven best practices are: using visual SOPs at each workstation, providing daily operator training and feedback, carrying out inline inspections to catch problems early, auditing incoming fabric and trims before they enter production, and most importantly, ensuring strong communication between QC and production teams. Preventive maintenance for quality. Another key factor is preventive maintenance. Machines should be serviced regularly. Needle logs and maintenance checklists should be kept up to date. Correct machine settings should always be applied according to fabric type. And worn-out parts like presser feet, bobbins, and needles should be replaced without delay. Well-maintained machines produce consistent quality. Quality is everyone's job. Quality is not just the inspector's job. Preventing defects involves every person in the production process. From the fabric store, to the cutter, the sewing operator, the finishing staff, and the final QC team. If one step fails, the whole product suffers. Remember this quote: if we don't catch the defect, the customer will. Thank you for joining today's session. We hope you are enjoying this training series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a lesson. See you in the next one.